Well, today, DeKalb County enters a new phase of a water main replacement project. It's part of the county's $4 billion plan to improve its water and sewer infrastructure.
Atlanta News First, Sarah Hammond is live for us on Williamsburg Drive. Sarah, those crews have been out there working. What do people need to know?
Yeah, so we're here on Williamsburg Drive. Crews are kind of just starting to get going here this morning, bringing equipment here. Take a look because there was thunder and lightning here earlier, so that delayed them a little bit for safety reasons. But now things are finally starting to get in motion here on this project, a project that's expected to last until February, so about 7 months, which some neighbors have told us is inconvenient, but others say they don't mind as long as it gets the job done. Now, crews, they're going to replace approximately 5,600 feet of water pipes along this road here. DeKalb County is being pushed to do all of this work under a consent decree from the federal government to fix their aging water infrastructure. Last year, the county commission approved an annual water bill increase to happen over a decade. That's projected to bring in roughly $4.2 billion to overhaul the outdated water and sewer systems. And the water problems in the county is something that has been happening since even before the current CEO, which Lorraine Cochran Johnson talked about during the annual State of the County.
For too long, we had deferred the very investments that sustain a community. The systems people rely on every single day, water, sewer, infrastructure, beneath our feet. They need.
Now, another infrastructure upgrade begins August 10th to replace 2,600 feet of water pipes on Spalding Drive and Chamblee-Dunwoody Road. But for now, neighbors here, they're going to be seeing a lot of these crews over the next 7 months as they work to get this project completed. Live here in DeKalb County, Sarah Hammond, Atlanta News First.
And right now at noon, DeKalb County is planning for the future, and they could use your input. The county is proposing changes to its zoning ordinance, the rules that decide where apartments, houses, restaurants, and parking lots will go. Our news partner Decatur's reports county officials want to modernize development regulations and update the comprehensive land use plan. Neighbors can weigh in through an online survey on the county's website.